Hello, everyone. Welcome on into another Monday Live with the Whiskey Crusaders. I am Will.
I am Sarah.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Eric.
We're joined today by Daniel Whittington.
Oh, I was going to say, do I get to say I'm Daniel?
You sure do.
You can do it.
You can be an honorary Crusader as well.
Yes.
Daniel is, are you still Vice Chancellor?
I'm Chancellor.
Chancellor of
Did you not read
Academy
the
down
fucking
in-
thing I put on there?
Zach.
Jesus.
I read it.
I don't read things.
I know
Zach and
things.
Dave Young are vice chancellors.
Yes.
But here's the truth: the vice chancellors do the real work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He has time for YouTube things on the evenings now. Not really.
And Daniel's joining us tonight because he created a new whiskey program that's available online that he has launched to the community of whiskey lovers to kind of have a foot into the door of whiskey knowledge, if I'm reading up on this correctly.
Well, I would say another foot.
Both feet in?
Both feet in.
Yeah. Good start.
Yeah.
A good solid leap into
Not
whiskey.
dipping a toe. It can't be like not even a whole foot.
Both
Yeah,
feet.
both feet.
Solid choice either way.
Solid.
A whole
Yeah.
leg for underpass.
Yeah. For it's a whole leg for Dr. Pass. Well, here's Dr.
Matt, who do we got in the chat with us tonight? We want to say hi to our friends real quick before
We
we
will, and
get
then
too
we will
much
jump
going
into
on.
this Bonafide whiskey night here. All right, let's do the
I'm gonna
lovely
drink some whiskey
live
while you do
chat.
that.
We got Cameron G. Of course, we got
Rip off.
Kilko. Check out Kilko's channel. I got Donner Pass Whiskey. So you got Yo Jimbo, Eric Wade. Of course, check out Eric Wade. Also is a fellow sommelier. Richard is the awesome Crowded Barrel bartender down there. Of course, another sommelier. Awesome guy. Scott Moody, Eric, and Andy. How you guys doing? So that's what's there so far. That's at least you said hello. So we will let Daniel take it away since he requested all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
And we had a good time taking this course. Even Stephanie took it last night and had a good time. So
Yeah. I took
Yeah,
it and it
did
was
you? You
great.
enjoyed
I
it?
loved it.
Good.
What are you doing?
I just haven't made the time to yet.
what the fuck, dude? Come on.
It's like you're not. It's like
Slacker.
you're not even bona fide.
Yeah, exactly.
The test and pass it, I promise.
That's right.
Psalm
Mine
2.
was brutal.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink the blend that I made because
This is a
why the hell
fantastic blend.
not? Because it's amazing. I mean,
I
if I do
agree.
it myself, I keep drinking it, as you can tell.
Yeah, I think you might like that one a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
pour
well-
Compass Box Enlightenment real quick here.
It's always
So
a good
It's a
idea.
Knob Creek over here.
Drinking a store pick in Knob Creek.
hmm I need that high proof to get that
Mm,
itchy out of the throat,
there you
I've
go.
been coughing all night.
It's my solution.
Is it the store pick rye there, Will?
Mm-mm.
Bourbon.
Who are we to buy rye?
What a ginger cat.
I was wondering.
You want some too?
We don't.
No.
Yeah, this is Weasley. He is our
Weasley.
he's our bacon cat.
He's over here waiting for me to bust open the bacon.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Oh, so so you guys got a chance to take it. So I sent you guys an email saying, "Hey, I want to talk about this online program, and you should take the test first."
Mhm.
Right?
Sure did. It was a good
He
time.
didn't get that memo.
I didn't get that memo.
Well,
Fail.
you are not reading your emails.
Yeah, you should read emails. If it comes from Den, you should read your emails.
It's true. I don't know that I've even checked. that in a
And
month.
actually, Eric Waite is in this chat, and he and I talked about this in California, not as Bonafide, but as this idea that I had
Mm.
that I was working on. He was on early days on this conversation, but so we started the Somm program 8 years ago, as of this coming September. So it's 7.5, call it.
Wow.
And within about 2 years of that, I wanted to do an online certification of some sort or an online program of some sort. That's right. They're all me going like this.
He gets excited. What can you say? It is Eric.
They were there was a handful of education programs when we started the Somm School. I mean, WSET already existed. Moonshine, you guys were early on, and EWA was getting its footing. But and they did, as people were doing online versions and things, and then as COVID hit, it got like everyone switched to doing online versions except us. We just closed.
Yeah.
Because I swore we would never do a Somm school online, and I stand by that. We will never do the Somm school online.
And we appreciate that because that would not be
Yeah,
any fun to do online.
It's so much more fun in person
I
anyway.
don't want to do that online.
Look,
I want to do it in person.
That space is half of the program.
Exactly.
Yes.
Not to mention getting up and speaking in front of other people,
It's not-
having the teachers there to
isn't
give
the-
you the
yeah.
feedback that they give you after the fact, and the specific feedback that they are giving is important. It's an integral to the
Yeah.
school. And you
100%.
can't do that even over Zoom.
Well, plus you get to hang out at night and see cool people and have fun. So you'd never get the, industry knows what you actually know something, not just a jackass taking a course. You
get
might
to
know
build
something
those
when you're there.
connections so much more than
Exactly.
you can through a Zoom
Yeah.
and whatnot. So yeah, don't ever, please don't.
I
ever
will. Yeah, it's never going to happen. And
Thank
if
you.
I am not in charge of the academy, but still teaching, I will come back
Exactly.
with firebrands and torches if they ever try to make it happen.
Probably for the best. All right, grab Andy's question there.
Yeah,
Does Bonafide get the academy discount? Thanks, Andy.
Andy stumbled onto it's not really a secret, but he stumbled onto a key point, which is 100% yes. If you take that Bonafide program, you are alumni.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
which
a hell
saves
of a way to do it.
which saves you $2,000.
Yes.
If you're going to do the Somm program. And as you guys can attest, the Somms take the Bonafide program for free anyway.
Right.
See, why haven't you done it yet? It's
Exactly.
fucking
I
free.
just had
Easy and slow. Can't
Like,
help
I'm just
it.
going to say, he's nervous he's not going to pass.
Then if
That
he
last
doesn't
question-
pass, you'd revoke
that
his
last
Psalm
question will
necklace and just
probably
take
get
it back
him right
and melt
there.
it down.
He'll probably have to take the last test like 3 times.
Yeah,
You probably.
When should you share this information? Anyway, so I started working on. I wanted to provide an online course because I really did. Because look, there's 500,000 subscribers to the Tribe channel and crawling in on 500,000 to the Vault channel. There's 40,000 people in the Facebook group. Of that, a 0.00 something percentage is going to need the Somm school, and a little bigger percentage could really benefit from Stave and Thief and the Bourbon Steward program and the EWA's Scotch and Irish certifications. Those are all really kick-ass programs. And so my struggle was, what's something that would really contribute to the general whiskey knowledge that raises the just people who like whiskey knowledge, and also isn't just one more damn certification that everyone else is already doing.
Right.
So I spent like 6 years trying to figure that out without an answer.
Yeah.
And we went on a staff retreat last October, and I posed that question to Zach Smith, who's one of our instructors and original Somms, and Dave Young, our vice chancellor. And so they started throwing out, well, here's what we could do. And I kept shooting it down. And like, well, we could do this. And I go, no, that won't work for these reasons. We did that for about half an hour until Zach says, well, fine, screw you. You come up with it. And I was like, that's
how
not
that
cool.
goes.
Like, what is the online thing that would be helpful, but not just another damn thing? And we sat there in silence for a little bit. And then I started, this idea popped in my head, and I started giggling. And I was like, hey guys, you know who no one is certified? Enthusiasts.
It's true. It's a solid choice.
People who just like whiskey. No one has given them permission to do that. So we're going to do that. We're going to create not a certification, a bonification.
I love it.
And we are going to teach just generic people who like whiskey more about what it is. So that's it. That's the origin of this entire program. And so we made it I spent about 3 months kind of working on the script. Actually, I wrote the script in about 2 days. And then I handed it to all of the nerds, the super nerds that I know in the whiskey industry. And I was like, everyone poke holes in this. And then we doctored it for a couple of months, and then we spent a couple of months building the online infrastructure. And then I shot the videos, and then we launched it. And you guys are getting to experience it.
I do really like that there is that video along with the written content.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a much faster reader and I pick up more, when I read, but to be able to sit and watch the videos or just listen to the videos while I was multitasking made it a lot easier too. Multitasking.
Yeah.
She's trying to explain to me I have zero excuses for this.
Big old zero. Big old
You
zero.
guys hear the clock in the background all of a sudden? It's my grandfather clock. Side note, the grandfather clock has the Whittington chime.
Oh, very cool.
You guys know this? It's a standard chime on grandfather clocks is the Whittington chime.
That's pretty cool.
And it's one of the first examples of a marketing jingle
It's
in
off on its time.
world history. So what it was when Richard Whittington was running for mayor, they came up with a tone that could be played by church bells that would play before his speeches and public gatherings. And
That's
it
awesome.
became a clock chime that's called the Whittington chime.
That dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's wild.
Because there's
That's
Winchester.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's Winchester. There's Whittington. There's like 2 or 3 others. Yeah. Nerd alert. Yeah.
That's right, Richard. Exactly.
There it is.
So Sam asked a good question, which was, what's the point? Actually, Sam wasn't the only one to ask me that question. Emma Crandall asked me that question too. I think her version was, why do you care so much about this? Like, I get that it's cool and it, and so on. And it's a fun little video. Yeah. But why do you care? Like, why is this important? Like, why are you emailing YouTube channels being like, guys, let me talk about this? And I had to think about, holy crap.
It's my daughter.
Bless you.
Bless you,
Hi,
child.
Violet.
I had to think about that. And the answer was, I wanted to create something that was accessible to people who had no intention of getting into the industry, but who want to know more about what they're drinking in an easily accessible way, with the hope that it raises the general conversation of all whiskey gatherings. So you stop having to explain to people that Kentucky doesn't have to be from, or Kentucky doesn't the only one that can make bourbon. And you stop having to have conversations about what does malt mean. You know what I mean? That in the long run, people who are actually interested in whiskey have a really quick, easy access, short intro into like the fundamentals. And the biggest complaint I've heard from people like you guys is that it doesn't go deep enough. And my answer, it was perfect for what it needed to be. I thought of like, no, for us, we're well past that. But for regular people, that's the perfect amount of nerdiness.
Yeah, if you want more past that, then maybe it's time to take one of the other certifications.
Yeah.
Time to go to Austin.
Or that it's time to go get some books. That it's time to maybe dig into the science behind some of this. Maybe the chemistry of it fascinates you. Maybe
I'll tell you the way that the EWA versions don't do this at all. They're really well focused, which is exactly what they should be doing. The Steward program is so focused on bourbon that it does an American whiskey, that it does a really incredible. There's no better program with a focus on American whiskey than the Bourbon Steward online program for this kind of thing.
Right.
But it doesn't cover general world whiskey knowledge, and it doesn't cover the thing that we have in ours at the end, which is what are the rules to hosting a good tasting with your friends? Because we really wanted this program to be something that encourages enthusiasts to not just know more, but to hang out with people and spend more time in community.
To gather more. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is the whole point of this. If you're not gathering people drinking it, you probably just have a problem.
Learn how to have those conversations without
It's-
being asshat about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, and really what we found in whiskey is that the more you share your stuff, the more that comes back at you in
Yeah,
ways
and you
that
get to try way
couldn't
cooler stuff that
possibly
way.
understand.
Yeah.
The more
No, that-
giving you are with your things, the more it comes back, and just you get to try things you would never expect you would get
Yeah.
to try. So
Yeah, absolutely. The community is the most powerful part of getting into whiskey. There's no, I would argue, even wine doesn't have the same level of like easy access, no frills. Fuck it,
Yeah.
we're drinking.
no, because I can't just open up a 1980s bottle of wine for you in my cellar just to pour for the night, or just to give you a sample of it, a taste of it, because I have to
Right.
commit to opening that damn bottle, and it's like,
you
Yeah,
have to
that's
sit
the thing,
around.
though. Oh man, Will, I've never thought of that ever.
Then you have to sit around and
Sit
mull
up.
over it the whole time because you're not going to let that go to waste. When I'm having this Knob
you got 2
Creek,
days.
that's this Knob Creek that yeah, I've spent some time with and I can come back to later, but I can sit around and bullshit with my friends and chat
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Well, that's real.
You
That
know,
could
I
be-
can't do that with that bottle of wine. I got 2 days to do this.
That could be one of the biggest reasons you don't get that same kind of bottle share style community.
Yeah. Plus, you want to open up, like, when we go to a bottle shop, we might have 18 bottles out there, and it's no big deal to do 18 som pours, no big deal. But if
Yeah.
you drink 18 glasses of wine, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
So
That's no joke.
it's
No.
like, I don't know who wants to open 18 bottles of wine either. That's not fun.
And whiskey has way less carbs too.
Right. It's keto friendly,
Mhm.
it's diabetic friendly.
There's not all kinds of sugars in it that's going to give you a freaking hangover the next day.
Yeah. Well, and,
Yeah.
and Erica's right. Like, it really is like the distillery tour level of whiskey knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
Well,
I like
that actually makes a perfect amount of sense, because that's exactly what an enthusiast would do. They'd go to a distillery first. So
Yeah,
if they
you have
haven't
to-
had that experience yet,
You have to like whiskey enough
right?
to book a distillery tour and consider that a fun vacation trip.
I call it a great time.
I
At least
call it a great
start.
time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, luckily we live in a state that we have quite a few distilleries at our disposal to go and see. But
And I mean, sometimes just driving from up here down to Austin is a vacation because,
true.
you know,
True.
most other states you can drive 4 hours and get to a different state.
Well, and a benefit that we discovered is if you keep your Bonafide card in your credit card pile, it just slides out. With
See, which looks awesome.
It's like it was meant to be first to be seen.
Exactly.
I know, right? This thing is no joke. That was one of the first things that I did that made me laugh. Was I got to find a card that's as ridiculous as the medallion is.
That it is.
Just
It is.
smaller.
It's so heavy. It's
I mean,
So
it's
I'm
sharp with
assuming
blades
you
for
have-
weapons.
weight of my wallet.
I'm assuming you have number one.
Oh fucking A, I do.
Okay.
When we got the cards, yeah, because the cards are numbered, so you can see. Let's see, which side is it on? You can see right there,
Here, I'll make it bigger.
Cool.
number
Yeah.
one. So yeah, when we ordered the cards, I was like, well, I'm definitely taking number one. So
Oh, yeah.
me and Dave and Zach took 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Whatever you got.
I'm 41.
Sam said, "Where's my card?" Sam, my card got put in the mail
Did
today.
you take the test? I don't remember your name on the. He did. I do remember his
Oh.
name.
It's a good point, Richard. Hide
Yeah,
at the
this is-
airport night cards look similar.
This
That
is
would
the
suck.
upside of being on a computer, is I can pull up. There he is, Sam. I mailed yours like last week, so if you haven't gotten it, that might be a problem.
Mine shouldn't take long. It's only 4-hour car drive.
You got a guy on there. His last name is
Teresa.
Fortmeyer.
Teresa, I didn't mail your card because we're having issues with our international shipping until yesterday.
Just wait. She'll be down in April.
That's my point. So I'm not
Problem
sending-
solved.
this is April.
I'm going to hand it to her.
Well, it's only like yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
She'll be down in 2 weeks.
Yeah, she can hand pick it up. Hand delivery is always the best.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really in person is the best way to do it. So there was conversations about. I had an email from somebody who said, "Hey, I've got a bar owner that likes the idea of the Bonafide program, but he thinks it's too expensive. It's $150, by the way."
Yeah, if that's too expensive, you probably not a great bar owner, is my guess.
That's what I was like, hang on a second. Like, you're not willing to spend $150 on staff training?
Yeah,
Like,
that bar's not gonna be open long.
in a whiskey bar, you could make that back with a trained human in one night with just the recommendations alone.
Exactly.
That's right.
Pretty much.
But we did create sort of not a discount, but like I guess it's a bulk pricing. So it did move us to big. You know what? We should do a thing where you could buy 10 codes at a time.
Package deal.
Yeah. And it's $1,000. And then what we do is we email you the codes to sign in and get it for free after that. And you can assign them to your staff, but they have to log in and create their own account. So,
and then you'll literally be mailing it to them.
Yes. And that way the certification travels with the staff,
Makes
not
sense.
with the owner.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
That does make sense, because just because a member of your staff took the program does not mean that the next member of your staff knows what the hell they're talking about.
Exactly.
And if you run out of that 10, well, you might have to buy some more.
Guess it's time to buy some more.
You should probably not go through your staff so fast.
Yeah, and Eric said, it's a great gift for a friend who's getting into it. That's one of the first things that Zach built was there's the button to sign up, and then there's a button that says, "Do you want to Bonafide a friend?"
Yeah, that's a smart move.
And you can absolutely do that. Yeah.
Shit, they should hand them out at liquor stores.
Yeah.
Be a good place for that. Learn here, take this course. Problem solved for you.
Well, it's actually, I was going to talk about that, about promoting it at liquor stores, about, I assume the sign up is basically unlimited because it is just an online program. You're not really too concerned about getting overwhelmed by people doing this.
That was one of the main reasons we did it that way, is because that content just lives forever. And after the initial creation of it, we don't have to do anything on our end. So that allows that thing to grow as big as anyone wants to be involved. The only lift on our end is mailing the cards.
Right.
Right. But yeah, that's not a horrid expense at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's the perfect amount of information, the perfect level of information.
Did you like the random mistake edits that we left in on the videos?
Oh yeah. Yes, that was great. That's
I'm
just
gonna
part
have
of
to
the
go
fun.
back through and watch all of the videos because, like I said, I did more of reading.
Yeah.
I would sit there and pick up line, waiting for my kid to get out and read.
Yeah, I know. That's why we put the script in the bottom of it too.
So
I was like, I could read it, but I'd rather listen and watch the fuck ups because
there was plenty of moments in the videos where I say something and then I'm like, wait, no, that's wrong. That's not right.
I'm like, this is great. This is exactly how it would be in real life, so this is perfect.
Action figures, Eric. Action figures.
Oh, here's the funny thing, Eric. We have a whole plan for Bonafide merch that it's just stuff that makes us laugh. But you can only buy it if you've passed the test.
Perfect.
Yep, there's a little gateway club.
Yeah, Teresa's right.
Working on. Someone has already asked, how do we do gatherings with Bonafide graduates in our area?
It's a good idea.
By the way, I think we're up to 50 right now. That's how early days this is.
Nice.
I'm probably card 50 since he mailed mine today.
Yeah. I can tell you what number yours is, actually, if you want to know. Let me see.
42.
I think it's oh, no way. It's totally 42.
Yes.
Yes.
Funny.
Legitimately 42. The answer to everything.
Everything in between.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Life, the universe, and everything.
Yes. I got 42.
Congratulations.
Yeah, nice.
Could have gotten 42 if you took the test first.
I could have.
Yeah. No, Teresa did catch that some of the voice to text things that we missed. So we did a voice to text company, and then Zach went in and tried to catch everything, but we missed some, and we're still fixing some. And
That's hilarious.
One of them was line arm on a still was
Oh,
transcribed to lion arm. So
lion arm.
I had like 3 people text me. I've been in whiskey for a long time. This is the first time I've ever learned about the lion arm.
Lion arms.
Lion arm.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, leave it in there. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're a Bonafide, you don't know the difference how to spell it anyway. You don't care.
Yeah.
I wonder about start teaching people about the lion arm. It'll be great.
Yeah. Now we're kicking off all the social media for it with all the things that make us laugh about, like, what can you get with your Bonafide card? And so we have a whole list of things that me and Zach and Dave just sat around making up and laughing about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd like to see that list.
yeah, no, I mean, the first one Dave came up with was I showed my Bonafide when I checked in for my flight, and they upgraded me to first class and asked if I wanted to fly the plane.
That's awesome.
That's
Basically, it's a whole line of Chuck Norris jokes,
Nice.
Bonafide.
but around the Bonafide program. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, hang on.
I showed it to the whiskey store, and they gave me a 10% discount.
Talk to William about that.
That's right.
All
That'd
right.
be great.
I think it's a good idea.
But doing
There
it
you
again?
go. That was your 10 chimes.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
early.
it's a good idea. You
Yeah,
get
you guys do your live streams really late.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I would have been in bed already by now.
Yeah, we know.
I had to figure out how to stay awake for it.
Yeah.
We keep
We don't
a lot
sleep.
of distillers up late at night doing these streams.
yeah, it's like they're
It's
usually the
Matt's
ones that are on at 5 a.m. It's like, sorry, we're all night owls.
It's Matt's fault.
Look, I was a night owl for my whole damn life until very recently because I was a musician for a living. My whole
yeah,
world
you have to be.
was between 11 a.m. and 4 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seems about right.
I don't typically go to bed before 2. I just
But I'll tell you, no, that's normal. That has been normal for me until the last 2 years, and something switched in the last 2 years. And these days, when my boys go to bed at like 9:30, I'll often be like, "Me too." And if they're not here, and I get home from work, I regularly walk in the door. It'll be like 7 or 8, and I'll be like,
Go to bed.
I'll go straight to bed.
You got nothing else to stay up for, right? Go to bed.
Yeah, because like, why not?
You would make fun. I know Eric Waite goes to bed early. He likes to make
Yeah, he
fun of him
does.
for that because he's an old man.
Generally in bed about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean,
No.
it's hard to live that life if you want to go to. I want to. I used to be. Can't anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I don't do early mornings as I'm always the last person to song class or to judging because
Yeah, that's no joke.
I don't
That
do
is
mornings.
a joke. He's also the last person to live streams usually too.
Also
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
good.
Rebecca says she was a train employee.
That's what she says.
Wow, where at? We'll have to give her time to answer. I wonder if it was in the McGregor location. And what did you do at trade? That's the question. I was a spot welder.
Oh wow.
Spot welding.
Nice.
Oh. Well, what do you guys think? That was my whole story. That only took 30 minutes.
I love it. I think it's
All right, we
great.
can have a shorter stream tonight. We still got
I-
things to do and things to have happen.
I
I
enjoyed
like
it.
that.
I think the program is a fantastic idea. I haven't taken it, obviously, like I said, but I like the idea of it. Having taken other courses you've written, I know the style in which to expect.
Right.
So, I enjoyed Som class. So, if it's anything at all like that,
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
You're going to be so bored.
I'm really excited that it actually gets people a foot in the door for the academy and all of
Yeah,
the
me
other
too.
things that it has
Yeah.
access to.
I
Because
hope it does at least.
And
I
the
mean,
teaching style that you get at the academy. Because I know, like, the first song class, I'm like, I've never taken a class remotely like this. This is so much better to learn from than any shit I ever learned in college. I'm like, I learned more in 2 days. It's mostly in the fucking 3 years of college.
Yeah, if they
Yeah.
gave you 6
Stupid.
flights a day in college, of course you'd be in class every day.
That's
a
the
good
whole
point,
point,
too.
man. We try to cover like a semester per day.
Polish that one.
Yeah, pretty much. Sounds about right.
Um,
Clarksville, Tennessee, apparently, she says. And Brazier, North Carolina, as a brake press
Wait, is a
operator.
brake press that machine that punches holes in sheet metal for prefabs?
ooh,
Right? I think it is. I think a brake press is this. It's so you would get these like anywhere from 6 foot to 10, 15 foot little strips, and they'd slide in, and then you would press down a foot lever and it'd go, poof, it'd stamp all the holes in it to put screws and weld things. And I watched someone lose their hand on one of those.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
No,
it's good.
thank you.
yeah, that sounds like fun.
Punch press.
JT wants to know
That's the NC
whiskey in
punch
hand
press?
is a requirement for the course. I think it is. I think you should definitely whiskey in hand when you take it. I know I did.
Yeah.
I still want to sign up to do Wizard of Ads and just come back down to that one. I think that would be a really neat class to take at the academy as well. So
Yeah, you need to finish this off. It's losing some of its proof.
yeah,
Or can't tell.
Okay. Eric wants to know here's his question. Eric wants to know, here's a question. Is there a way to increase flavor derived from barrel that results in less alcohol production? I'll be answering this question in an upcoming video.
Wait, so this question is a trap?
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know that I understand what he means by increasing flavor derived from barley.
You're not really sure, I guess.
I'm going to need a lot of clarity on that question.
Yeah, Eric, expand the question.
Yeah.
I think that might
Yes,
be
exactly, Chris.
Yeah, and Eric, that story did get dark. Sorry about that. The Instant Press is the machine that I watched a guy. The safety laser that keeps you from pressing the machine when your hands are across it wasn't working, and he didn't tell anybody.
Oh,
Ow.
good Lord.
And then he got lazy, or I should say, sloppy, not lazy.
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay, yeah. I mean, either of those machines is no joke.
They're both dangerous.
I quit that job only a couple of weeks after that guy lost his hand because I realized I'm on a what do you call it? A spot welding machine. You have these two levers that you press the foot pedal down, and they compress with several 100 pounds of pressure. And
Nope.
then and you hold it like this with your thumbs,
Nope, too close.
and you press, and it goes right in between them, like chunk. And then you let go, and you press a second stage pedal, and it shoots electricity and welds it.
Nope.
And I watched that guy's hand, and I realized, wait a minute, I'm a musician.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad idea.
You're losing the hands.
My living is guitar and drum. I should probably not be doing
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
I bet she is on a first name basis.
So Eric says more maltiness and spice, but results in less alcohol. I still don't understand the less alcohol. Do you mean during the fermentation process? So or the distillation? I'm lost, man. That's a very confusing question to me. But I will be fascinated to know whatever the answer is. Maybe that'll give me a little bit more.
Teresa says Eric yeast selection, perhaps. Maybe that's, I don't know.
Well, yeah, different yeast selections are.
Yeah, I
gonna
mean, if it's in
get you a
fermentation,
lot of different.
then
It's a lot of different
definitely
outcomes.
gonna be your yeast choices and your style of fermentations.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you doing open top? Are you
But I
doing
still don't
closed?
know. I still feel like
Long?
I'm not understanding his question fairly.
There's a lot of things about Eric we just don't generally understand.
Yeah,
Um,
you never know.
Takes a
It's always
special kind of
interesting
person
questions we get.
or
Yeah.
a special level of drunk.
A lot of them we just don't respond to. It's for the best.
We
Oh,
love
hey.
Sam.
Ah,
I saw a great shot. Look, thank you. This is, gotta say, that fucking Jackalope blend. I'm working on part 2 right now, and part 2 is peated.
Nice. Well, we're drinking it right now. I just opened the bottle, so
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, is there a special pour that you get and when you visit the distillery or anything like that with your Bonafide card?
Yeah, you get partial ownership of Rex's car.
What about the Moochmobile? Can I just use this Moochmobile when I'm on?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Just flash the card.
It's mine for the day, bitch.
Yeah.
I got my card.
No, it's a free 24-hour pass.
Sweet.
there you go.
Yeah, it
Okay.
starts at the moment that you show the card.
you heard
like,
it here.
So make sure you get the most out of it. Like, don't show the card until you're ready to get on and ride.
Mm.
Okay, and does it go by sequential order? Like I'm 42, so I beat out 50.
I think the battery's dead now.
Yeah, if they're both there, if there are multiple Bonafides, then the earlier the number gets served. in.
Seniority.
So apparently I beat Sarah every time because I'm 41.
Dude, I'll hop in the back, okay? Just don't want to go up the hill to the trial. Fault, man.
Oh, Eric says Lautern or semi-Lautern. Okay, so he's talking about the water rinse effectively.
Okay.
So like so when you're mashing, you're just making a porridge and soaking it in it, right?
Right.
If you just drain that liquid off, the remaining grains are still holding liquids.
Right.
So an inefficient system is just drain it off like you would pour water out of a pot of, noodles or something, right? But the effective versions that gets the maximum amount of yield and flavor out of that grain is lautering, which is basically backfilling water to keep rinsing and washing things. And it's a beer thing first, but the Scottish guys use it like crazy. And that absolutely makes sense because you're sucking you're rinsing the last of the water that's still clinging to the grain. So that makes
So
a lot
this is before fermentation or right after
before
fermentation?
fermentation.
Yeah, it's on the map.
Okay, so this
Eric
is
can correct me if I'm
as
getting
it's still just a porridge.
Yeah, if I'm
before adding
misunderstanding
any-
Eric, then he'll correct it. But yes, it's when it's still porridge but no alcohol.
Okay,
Makes sense.
interesting. So just to get all of the essence out of the grains, you're just going to rinse and rinse and rinse.
Which makes me wonder. So there's a note that I find in a lot of really young whiskey and craft distilleries specifically.
Really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, sparging is what it's called in the beer world. There's a lot of that was Donner Pass whiskey. There's a lot of craft guys that I find have that really grain forward note in their young whiskey.
Mhm.
And I wonder if not doing that would help lower that punchy grain forward note a
That
little.
metallic.
Are you thinking
Lift.
that a lot of these people that are coming over from the beer side
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
might be getting too much?
Oh, so the rake and plow mash tun results. Basically, the rake and plow is a thing that's just fucking stuck with everything instead of just spraying water on it. That makes sense. Yeah. Either way, it's. I mean, it's like putting in a tea into a hot water instead of letting it sit and pulling it back out, like stirring it around a whole bunch.
Agitate the shit out of it. Give me my tea.
That will not taste good, but good job.
No.
Balcones note, man. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
We just call it Amazing Balcones Note. That's just that simple.
I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe Emma could clarify.
It's the
that
still.
for us.
It has to be the still.
Has to be the
because
still.
It's everything.
in
It's
everything.
all across
It
the
doesn't matter what the product is. They all have it.
Their fingerprint. I can taste that it's Balcones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whether
I know what
it's
you're talking about,
whether it's a rye, a bourbon, a
Yeah.
freaking
Because in the
rum.
judging, the two Balcones, those were easy. It's like,
Yeah.
that's Balcones immediately.
It's insane.
Yeah, and if it had
It's
been left to Matt, Balcones would have won everything.
Because it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's not up for debate. I took that bottle home too. It was
Thanks
great.
for sharing the wealth with Crowded Barrel over there and whatnot, Matt. But come on.
What are you
No,
talking about?
it does. It's oily. There's an oil
There's just
to Balcones that just clings to everything. And
yes.
I love it. And actually, it's a little turned down on lineage, which is why lineage
yes.
is my favorite ones.
Lineage
Because
is more
more-
fruity
and
than the
lineage
rest
is
of them.
more subtle.
Yeah.
It's got
Also, that new Ball and Bond rye has less of it on it too.
Yeah.
long gone.
yeah. It's a good thumbprint though. It's
I sent you guys samples of all that stuff. And whether you drank them or not is not my problem.
what'd you say?
I sent you guys samples of everything I brought from there. What you
We've
did?
had all the samples, haven't we?
You haven't touched the Balcones samples that he sent.
Oh,
See? That's
where?
why.
These are new balcony samples?
Yes.
Yes.
Give them. Why are you holding out on me?
Where did you get? What is it? How do you get samples for what? Like
They
barrel?
come from Matt's house.
Yes.
Oh,
So they live 5 minutes down the street, so I
okay.
pack
Here,
up
try
all
this,
these
try
samples.
this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so they have, I don't know, like 1,000 vials of samples from my house at the moment.
We have thousands of these, Matt.
It's
Oh,
absurdity.
Yeah, no,
Daniel,
thousands.
I've stopped even counting, and these are old Forester. This isn't
I
balconies.
know.
Where's my balconies?
I'm
You
looking.
guys are looking at you guys have way more whiskey than I do. in my house. My
That's
house.
his house. I mean,
Well, Daniel.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, definitely does.
You
Matt
work at a
definitely-
vault. I mean, you know.
Yeah, no, I've got access to the vault. I don't buy whiskey very much anymore.
There
No
you
reason to, exactly.
Yeah.
if I had access to the vaults 24/7,
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't buy it either.
I mean, that's the countertop.
Yeah,
It's pretty sad.
So, you know.
It's
That's
very, it's
here.
insane.
Oh, I might have drank some.
Ours is getting. Did you just say what?
Did you drink them all? Well, I'll send you more.
Please,
That's
Matt.
the case.
Like I didn't even know they entered the house.
Well, that sucks.
It really does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they have a new one that says a French oak and a Madeira cast finish. That's fantastic.
I do like their fro.
I like that one a lot. But,
Yeah, but this was both French oak and Madeira.
And one, even better.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. You let me know when I can pick those up so that I can
Okay.
pick them up and I can put them where I want them.
Like I feel like everyone is just whiskey showing off right now. I don't know.
That's nothing.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm
just
not-
drinking the things that are behind me.
I'm not gonna put my dog in this fight. I'm just gonna keep sipping my whiskey. And
No,
just
it's
watch
like-
you guys battle it out.
There's no battle. It's that it was won a long time ago.
Donald, you finally drank the Maltzilla.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yay.
pretty
What
good.
was
Yeah.
Maltzilla?
It was
It's
about
about one is
When
French
we
oak.
came down for
Yeah.
song 2, I think we brought you
Yeah.
one.
It's cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
It's quite good. I like that Alaska pick that's in the vault right now.
I'm gonna
That was
drink it.
really good. That was a really spectacular Buckhona's pick.
Yeah, we got a lot of random about that was Brown Jug,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, they're the Alaska one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was quite good. Well, yes, I did have a better start than most because I started this collection 20 years ago.
Since I can't
So
drink the
that's
other
good
one.
reason.
If my memory serves, you guys just run your live streams forever.
We only go for an hour and a half.
Okay, so
It's calm down.
I got about 15 minutes left.
All right, deal. We'll go 15 minutes and we'll stop. That's perfect.
It's calmed down a lot recently.
Yeah, we used to go like 3
Matt-
hours, then like
Matt
work
could
and
go,
shit
like,
got in the
for
way. So I had to stop.
Matt
doing
did some
3
crazy
4 hour
shit
streams.
during
And my
the
wife was
pandemic.
yelling at me, and so it was like I had to stop. It's for
Wait,
the best.
Donald just said that he is. Sorry, you can go back to that in a second. Donald just said that he's typing on a streetcar. Is he also typing from 1912?
Yes.
Well, you know, he's in
Canada.
Toronto where they still have streetcars. You never know what homeless guy he'll be talking to. He's
Yeah.
always
That's amazing.
he's always accosted by someone. I agree, Eric. Will needs to drink Malort. Thanks, Eric. Have
drink the
fun, Will.
Malort, Eric or William. You're gonna drink it.
All right. Let's see here. So Donner Passato is.
Oh,
Do you have some bourbon
Yes.
to put the whole mash solid? Okay.
yes. So that's in the craft industry that's called on grain, and
Mm.
it's not done often because unless you are very careful, it's easier to burn the wash because of the solids, and it doesn't mix and spin as well, and it's a pain in the ass to get it moving in the still. So you'll find some craft guys doing it. It's called on grain, and they'll swear it adds more flavor to it, which it may.
The Malort doesn't affect me anymore. It's not nearly as bitter as I ever thought it was before. It's just
Look, Malort
it's fine.
is just like an aperitif or a
Yeah, it's just
what
a shitty Amaro, basically.
Spraying
not
pine
aperitif. There's the
salt
before and
now.
after. What are those? The aperitif
But-
is after.
Digestive and aperitif.
Digestive is after. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Before and
It's
after.
not fabulous.
It's lemon
but
pledge.
we drank
Flower
worse things
lemon
now,
pledge.
so it's not that bad.
It's disgusting.
You're not supposed to drink it like that. It's
It's almost as bad as Pete.
Yeah. Did you know that they make a whiskey?
yes, and it
Yeah, the bourbon
bourbon.
bad.
doesn't actually suck. Shockingly.
Well, it's not great either.
No, it's
It's
not great,
better
but
than
it's
that.
better than the Malort.
The vault has 3 bottles of it because
Oh,
people
jeez.
kept sending it in.
I bet.
Lucky you guys.
How many?
I
of
love
them
how
do you
the
have?
all Peter Golden stuff has moved to the floor again. That was
Look,
from the
that was
shelf to the
not
floor.
mine. I don't know who did that, but I haven't
Pete?
had a chance to put it back.
Because I was like, oh, I guess it got moved to the floor. That's too
Those
bad.
were
It was pretty
so
funny when it was.
horrible.
They were.
So horrible.
Every
I've never
single one of
had
them.
that bad
Or
of a
plastic
hangover
bottle.
after drinking several
It was
whiskeys
the
in a
worst
row
ever.
than that night.
Ugh.
It was bad.
Never doing that again ever the
Never
rest
again.
of my life. Horrible.
Mm-mm.
Like, thanks, Pete. Let's have at least, I think, what went 30 different things that night from Pete. Oh, God, they
They're
were
gross.
fucking awful.
Well, look, if you drink 30 different things, that's
That's not true, Daniel. We went through 30 Compass boxes and felt fine.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
I
We did,
didn't
we
have
did
a hangover,
35
didn't have
balcones,
any
and that was
issues.
fine.
But the bottom shelf stuff, I think they go way far into the tails,
That
and I think it
was-
affects heads. I think it
Sick.
affects your head.
That was like basement stuff. That wasn't bottom shelf. That was like beyond bottom
Well,
shelf.
that's valid.
Basement.
Well, it's mostly vodka, so it probably actually has less.
Neutral grain spirits.
Yeah,
Sure,
it probably
too.
has
That's a good point.
pills in it in general.
I mean, what could possibly be in the lower price point alcohols that would cause headaches if it's not sugar? Because I just assumed they went into the tails. I just assumed they were
No, I
cutting
don't
really
know, 'cause-
wide.
Look, there's very few budget brands that are big companies that are doing shitty distillations because the whiskey they're using is their good whiskey mixed with vodka,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Only in the craft side that you get really, you're trying to get as much as you can out of it. You go below and then you blend it with something. So in all of like the Kentucky budget ones, that's legit whiskey going into there. It's just mostly vodka. And it's not always aged and it's not as long and things like that.
Yeah,
They
like
were bad.
Drink.
I don't know. They were just bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to
mostly
do
they were budgets, like really budget scotch, like really bad.
like I wouldn't even want to mix those with some Coke.
Like Highland Mist and
Highland Queen.
Highland Mist was okay. We had that on ours. There was
it
a
was all right.
varied version of Highland.
I'd rather drink the Malort.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, that's not the worst one. There's so much worse. I think what the worst one we had.
So,
One of them tasted like cement. I think that was the Claymore.
do you want me to end with some tips from the
Sure.
Bona Fide Whiskey Program?
Absolutely.
Zach and I were up working on these for a while.
I want to hear more of the things that the Bonafide card gets you. And
Oh no!
Yeah,
I-
it does get you a
I've seen some
sticker.
of these come out on the social media. Okay, did you know that a bourbon's color comes from the barrel? The longer it stays in there, the darker it gets, which is why color can give you a clue to its age, kind of like white people who suntan.
That sounds about right.
Okay,
Oh god.
so the Bonafide card. Let's see. Oh, this is one day we posted the other day. I left my Bonafide card on a park bench by accident. It showed back up at my house the next morning with a wax sealed envelope with $587 in cash and an airline ticket to Aruba.
There you go.
Here's a tip. Here's a tip for tasting. When hosting a whiskey tasting, a minimum of 3 whiskeys makes for a solid comparison. More than 8, and you start to find out what people actually think about you.
Or you're a whiskey crusader.
Yeah. Or you're on a YouTube channel. My favorite one that Zach did was cheese is a fantastic pairing for whiskey. The oils and fats in the cheese tame the ethanol burn while also accentuating flavors. However, if your cheese is older than your whiskey, you're actually hosting a cheese tasting. And you splurged on the wrong part.
That one's funny. I love it.
Although we came up with it, we realized that if with white people who suntan, the older they get, you can compare their wrinkles to barrel char.
Yeah, that I'd agree.
They're like a char too.
Yeah, run to Miami. That's where they all live.
Happy Van Wrinkle.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Those are just some helpful tips from the old.
I look forward to getting mine in the mail.
Plus, you get your other cool stuff that come in the envelope. But I won't ruin what else is in there.
What else is in there? Oh, there was just a card that says like, "Hey, post about this," because we're trying to,
Yeah, that and the
and a sticker,
and the other thing.
and Rex's social security card.
Yes.
Oh, sweet. We can't get nothing.
Have you seen the car he drives? Obviously.
I mean,
Is it still out of date?
so
I
is
mean,
Rex going to get Bonafide or not bother with that either?
No, he's done.
He's just gonna steal a card.
He's just going to mooch the shit out of everything the rest of his life.
Just gonna mooch a card. Better
So-
lock your computer so he can put his name in there too.
Really? That's a shame, Rebecca. You can't get
So
the
we
kind of
discussed,
whiskey they'd rather
Daniel,
go to a
that we
bar?
discussed the price. It's going to be
Oh, it's too
$150. We discussed the fact that this is a program that should be ongoing for a while. It's not something that's going to sell out very quickly or
No,
very
it's
easily.
forever.
It's forever.
Forever.
It'll outlast us all.
Forever.
Right.
And more importantly, I think the coolest thing about the program is that it gets you your foot in the door at Wizard Academy. And once your foot is in the door at Wizard Academy, things become a lot cheaper at Wizard
Yeah.
Academy.
You
Yes,
want that?
And you want your foot in the door at Wizard Academy, especially if you're ever planning on taking the whiskey sommelier
Or
course,
any of the other courses.
or any of the other amazing
Or
courses they offer.
if you want to just do a tasting in the vault. I
Right.
mean, come on, you know? Do
Yeah,
it.
and I would say we shot it. If you've taken the course, we shot it in really quick. Like there's 20 videos, but they're all like 60 seconds to 2 or 3 minutes. And we broke it up into those chunks. I think the longest one is like 7 or 8 minutes. We broke them up into chunks so that we can add to the program very quickly
That's awesome.
if we need to add or change things.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it should grow with the whiskey history. Yeah. Yeah, it would not be hilarious. It would be expensive, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. No. Just get a Sharpie
Make it in paper.
cross
Just,
down a number
crayons, hand
and
it
write
to 'em.
mooch in.
Yeah.
There's a way around it. And then just
Yeah.
put a piece
Well,
of tape
this
over it.
program luckily has no overlap with the mooch.
Actually, no. What you
Oh.
should do is you should give him the card that is the latest in the current run that you have, so that no matter what, he has to give up the mooch mobile to anybody else that has a card.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that makes Rex lose out on one of his preferred things.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's what
Exactly,
this card
Teresa.
is.
Sharpie doesn't cost anything.
Oh, and Eric said, yeah. So Edinburgh Whiskey Academy.
Mhm.
So at the same time that we launched Bonafide, we finalized 2 different things at Whiskey
Mhm.
at the Whiskey Marketing School and Wizard Academy that I've been working on for a while. One is we are now a course provider for Edinburgh Whiskey Academy.
Nice.
Edinburgh. And the first Scotch certification Edinburgh Whiskey Academy class is in May. And Eric Waite is flying down to teach it.
Cool.
I'll be with him. And the Tuesday before that, we are hosting the first ever bourbon steward program at Wizard.
Nice.
So we've got some people coming in and taking both.
Who's teaching the bourbon one with you?
Me, Scott Thompson, Jason Souter,
Okay.
Oh, that's trouble.
Shannon Hood, and if Chrissy can make it, Chrissy Martin.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
I need to throw in there because I remember reading it when I read my email that if you are an alumni, it doesn't work on those, right?
It doesn't work on those, but it's also the only program that you don't have to do overnight because it's a
Right.
one-day class.
It's a single
So
day.
we have 2 prices. We have show up, take it, leave, and then we have I want a room on campus for 2 nights.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're going to take both of them, talk to us first because we'll have you pay for the overnights for one and then just the in-person for the other, and it'll wash out.
Right. Yeah, we can't be doing that this May, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it again. We already had enough signups that we were like, okay, this idea has water. We're going to do it again.
Yeah, no, I want to do it. We're just going to Disney in May and already have spent thousands of dollars this year.
Yeah, no, Disney's no joke. That's a home mortgage right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's why I'm not going there.
You know what? You got to do it one time.
Nope.
know
I
what
don't care for it. I don't like lines. I
He
have
doesn't
no
need it.
patience for
I
that
don't think he can do
whatsoever.
it. The kid wants it.
Here,
Get
I
to
love.
go.
Look, I loved going to Disney World.
I liked it too.
I did
I went with
too.
the boys last summer, and I fucking loved every single minute of it. I had so much fun.
I went in 2009 when I didn't
Yeah,
even
we-
have a kid, and I
we
loved
went.
it. I thought it was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Well, the
so,
new Star Wars rides are mind blowing.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Absolutely
Tron's going to be
mind-blowing.
open for us. So, you know.
Yeah. No, it's worth it. It's
Daniel, what other
Yep.
things do you need to talk about for the Bonafide card
That's
before
it,
we let you
man.
go for today?
show up and hang out.
I love
and
it.
take it.
Tomorrow's episode,
I don't spend a
everybody,
lot
is-
of jigs. Trust me.
tomorrow's episode is going to be an Old Forester. Matt, tell me what Old Forester do we do?
117 series. Then you
Yeah,
can
some
probably want Buchanan's 12 or Buchanan's
special
Pineapple.
edition.
Oh no! Don't remind me of things that
But it's so
happened.
much fun.
Don't.
The
That was-
pineapple was way better than the apple.
the
Well, because it's not fucking Conor McGregor, which is garbage.
don't drink
Proper
proper
apple.
12.
Proper apple was disgusting.
Wait, somebody told me that the new Proper 12 is
Apple?
a new blend.
Yeah, there's a new 4-year version of Proper 12 that I haven't tried. That because
Yeah,
the
I
original
haven't
we've all
seen it.
tried the 3-year version.
So basically, when they bought it away from him, it changed into more real whiskey.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Yeah, just don't
Is
drink
it
the
though,
apple.
or is
don't
it
drink,
exactly like Conor McGregor?
Don't drink the apple.
Mm,
I'm just trying to get my ass kicked by that guy.
Look, it's not going to be hard.
Yeah, I mean,
I know he's killed me.
Look
He'd
at
absolutely
you.
kill me.
look at you.
I'd just be dead.
I'll just fold you in half, Will. That'll be the
That's
end
right.
of that.
Seriously,
I'd just die
Please
almost
stop.
instantly.
please stop.
All right, everybody.
Have damn near enough life insurance. for
Daniel,
Thank you guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much for the wonderful
Always,
company.
yes.
Appreciate having you. It's always great having a conversation with you, good sir. Everybody, thank you very much for joining us on another
Yep.
Monday Live.
that. Yes, indeed. We'll
Cheers
see
to
you.
you all.
See you guys next week for Casey Jones Distillery. See you guys next week. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. We'll see you in October, Daniel.
That's right. We will.
Since there's no